Yep, let's go.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious.
We're back for the second part of this, and before we get on to speaking about, which we haven't, the very, very exciting football games that are coming up in the first week of the finals, tell me who you've got there with you.
We're pumped up before, Sam. We've got obviously a big grand final day with you and I in the morning. We know that. We've spoken about that well, not at nauseum yet, but we'll get there. We've got a few more weeks to pump it up. But we also have another big event, which is on the Thursday night. So grand final Eve, Thursday night. Now, the reason for having this event on Thursday night, it's at the Pier Hotel in Port Melbourne, the whole venue. The reason why we're having it on a Thursday night and we're not doing a lunch like everyone else is, you know why? So people can work on the Thursday. Friday is the day off. You come to the event on the Thursday night and it's not the normal sit down. You'll be rubbing shoulders with the likes of Sam Newman, myself, Fev. There's football players everywhere. Dusty Martin might make an appearance. There'll be footballers everywhere. We'll have Glenn Jakovich there. We'll have people from interstate. All the footballers that are coming to Melbourne to watch the grand final will be floating through that party on that night. And what's it called again? A soiree.
A soiree.
A soiree. That's what it is. It's called a soiree. So on that note, I want to introduce you to a man.
The Soiree King.
The Soiree King, who not only is one of the great real estate agents in the world with O'Brien's, but he now looks like Papa Smurf.
Thank you, Doug. Appreciate that.
Come in there. There's the great Johnny Rombotis.
How are you, Sammy? How are you?
Hello, Rombo. Now, just tell us what's going on Thursday there. Wayne only gets Glenn Jakovich there because Glenn Jakovich is his whipping boy because he made his name out of beating the living shit out of him every game he played on him.
We played 4 more games than him, though.
Yeah, no,
he got you there.
He's fired up too, Jacko. He's fired up about. Have you ever met Jacko, Sam?
Yeah, I have, Glenn. He's a nice man.
He likes you. He wants to have a chat. He got things a little bit backwards. He likes to get out a bit now and have a drink. I said, Jacko, I did all that when I was young.
And still doing it.
Some might think I'm still on the circuit, but I'm not, as you know. But no, Rombo.
Yes.
Rombo, tell them about the event. And by the way, now if you want tickets to this event, you go to Eventbrite. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, I'm looking up the word. Yep.
Eventbrite.
Eventbrite, one word.
Right, Eventbrite, one word.
So can we elaborating on the event itself on the Thursday night, Sammy? It's actually, which we're excited about. It's a bit different concept than all the other events that's going on around that grand final week, isn't it, Duck? So we've decided to have a mingling type exercise. Billy Brownless will be the MC, though, the roaming MC. The great Billy you work with, he's a fantastic individual.
Fat Brownless.
Lawrence Mooney will be in attendance as well, coming from the front bar, and all the players.
What the difference between
Lawrence Mooney on the front bar?
He's coming from the front bar.
He does the front bar as well. Lawrence, he's brilliant. He plays those different characters.
I know. I didn't know if he was on the front bar. I've never seen the front bar, but I didn't think. I thought there were the other 3 were on it.
And you know what I love? This is the thing, and it's the feedback we've already had, just like our brunch on Grand Final Day, because that's a bit more intimate, so you can get around and speak to everyone. This sort of event, you know, you'll go to your Grand Final breakfast and you'll sit up on your panel like a big tosser. You'll say your great speech. Everyone will laugh, and then you will leave. This is you rub shoulders with the very people that are there, and you get to have a conversation with them, and you might even find or learn something that you would normally get to know about them or whatever they do in their lives. So it's just more connection,
more intimate.
Yes.
And we had the 2 best DJs in Australia performing, John Corse and DJ Pereiro. For the ladies in the room too, can have some fun at the boogie.
So Sue,
women are coming.
Sue will bring her dancing shoes. And she will,
So everything's included.
You'll be sitting. Can you move yet?
How's your ankle, Sammy?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Why don't you get some of the people come up from that strip joint you opened down in Geelong?
No, we're not.
Well,
Hang on.
hang on. They
No,
might
we're-
have.
We're
Wouldn't
very,
hurt.
very,
Wouldn't hurt if a few of those popped.
no, we've already got a lot of wives, and it's going to be a fantastic
Yeah,
corporate event. It's a
probably,
corporate event.
probably if the wives,
Yeah,
if the wives
so-
are coming, maybe not.
No, it's
So
Oh,
gonna
we're
be
trying to
great
tamp it down a bit.
event. Yeah, we want to try and
No,
engage.
it's a classy,
It is.
classy event, and that's not saying that After Dark wasn't classy.
Oh, no, that's classy. Yeah.
Anyway,
Girls,
downstairs,
girls in clantily scad uniforms climbing up a stripper pole. No, that is really classy. So we won't be replicating that, but it very
No,
might
we won't.
nearly be.
We won't. No, it'll be a great event. Like I said, rubbing shoulders with past and present AFL footballers. It'll be the place to go. There are a lot of lunches on that day, but a lot of people that are going to some lunches that day will be then coming to.
So it's
the
event right
No, it's that you get your tickets at Eventbrite. It's at
for
the
what?
Pier-
What are we letting them go for?
VIP package of $3,500 for 10 people and $2,500 for general.
So $350 a
Per
person.
head gets you
They
food.
get you food, top
spirits.
of the range. You can drink as much rosé as you want, Sam.
You're off that, you said.
I am off the rosé.
Yeah, God, you're going a bit spongy with drinking all that crap.
Well, I don't know. I seemed it wasn't doing me any favours. The rosé.
No,
So
I
I'm
know
off-
that. You're starting to
the
fight
rosé.
people in pubs and you're having
Oh.
arguments with people.
Oh, yeah. Can you
All
elaborate
right,
how
now-
it's-
Yes.
it's
Now
a corp-
this is a corporate event, and it's for all the businesses. So there's lots of businesses. There's people that I know like Class Glass, which is obviously a glass company. They're coming along. You've got plumbers associations coming on. You've got Scotty Dowse's plumbers. You've got heaps of different
Maserati
businesses.
and Rams
Maserati. All you'll have Colac Ford there. You'll have a heap of groups coming there
Ford.
with people. So that
All
there'll
right.
be a lot of
Well, it's
networking.
gonna be a huge-
MG Plasterers will be there.
Oh,
He'll have a
you
heap
mention
of
them
people.
every other week. Have they ever tipped in for anything?
Well, they're coming to our breakfast. And by the way,
Are they?
yes,
What on the grand final morning?
I just want to say,
You know, it's nice if we get their remittance.
you remember the other week when we spoke about a lovely lady called Marty,
Yes.
and I said she
Wasn't
wasn't well. Well, she had some great news, and she's feeling much better.
Her sister.
And she absolutely loved our Cheerio. She loves you. She loves Sue. She said, "Can you please pass on to Sam?" Maddie said the same. Please pass on to Sam Newman. Thank you for wishing me well. And you know what? She got a good report from the doctor, and she's feeling better.
Good on you, Marty. Well, we're up and about again for you, darling.
Good on
Now-
you, Samuel.
So is that it?
So the Thursday night, the 25th, is that right?
25th,
The
between 6
25th.
and midnight.
The 25th. It starts at 6 o'clock. You'll be there all night, and
Righto.
you'll get looked after. And that's the event. And
It's
you
only
get your
sold out.
tickets.
It's only
It's nearly
sold
sold out, by the way. Eventbrite. That's where you get your tickets.
Right.
Eventbrite.
Well
Spelled
done.
right as the suburb
Now-
right.
Yes.
That's right.
You spell bright as in the suburb bright.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You got it
No,
wrong. It's
I-
BRITE. You got bright.
Oh
as
no,
the
it's
suburb.
bright. BRITE.
I
Eventbrite.
thought it was event right. RIGHT.
BRITE.
Oh, event right. All right. Well, that's it.
By the way, if you were bright, you would have known that.
Ooh.
I couldn't understand your pronunciation.
Better get my tips for the weekend.
Eventbrite. Hang on, just quickly. Papa Smurf here.
Yeah.
Papa Smurf wants to give his quick. He wants to
Give
give
my
his
tips
tips.
or-
Give your tips. Who's going to win, Rumbo? Quickly before we
Adelaide just,
get it.
Geelong easy,
Yep.
Fremantle and GWS.
There you go. So for anyone that wants to have a win, do the opposite of that.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you
that's
very much. It's going to be the event of the year, by the way.
righto, Rumbo. Good on
Enjoy.
you. Now get
you.
you right. Now get back in the middle there, Duck.
Yes.
Now, Duck.
Yes.
I'll get
So
there.
are you agreeing with those 4 tips or not?
Yeah, hang on.
The big
Just
game
call-
tomorrow, sold out at the Adelaide Oval or wherever it is.
Sorry, hang on.
You
Just
doing?
call him back. Get his email. Sorry. Yes. Now the game at Adelaide Oval, Sam.
Yes.
Collingwood and Adelaide. Now
Be the
Collingwood.
biggest game that's been played there possibly ever.
Yes. Do you want? Well, they had the biggest crowd there ever only a few weeks ago against Collingwood. So this will match that. I'll assume they'll squeeze a few more in somewhere. But I want to give you a big tip. A little birdie told me Mason Cox.
Yes.
Now, this hasn't been announced yet. I assume they announced the teams tonight. But we'll be out by lunchtime today. My big tip is Mason Cox will be playing for the Collingwood Footy Club this week. So he's hardly played all year.
And what's the rationale for playing him?
The rationale is for him to bring the ball to ground, Sam,
Yes.
not to be outmarked. So if they bomb it in, they just want him to compete. They do not want the Adelaide defenders to mark the ball. So if he can compete and bring the ball to the ground and bring the ball to the ground to a predictable position, not be 20 metres away.
Could I ask you a question?
Yes.
Seeing as they've lost 7 out of their last 8 games, why haven't they brought him in earlier?
Well, that's a very good. Well, that's a very, very good point you make. Last time they
Thank
played,
you.
Sam, they had 75 entries inside forward 50, and Adelaide had 30 something, and Adelaide won. So if that is repeated, I think Collingwood win the game. But in saying that, I'm going for Adelaide. I think Adelaide will win. I do want to send another cheerio to someone that's playing his 300th game, and that is Tex Walker.
Yep.
Is playing 300 games.
He's smartened himself up. Remember, he used to have that big shaggy mullet?
Yeah,
Now
300 games he's playing.
Very
he's
good
played
man.
300. He's got better with age. He's been a star. He's had his ups and downs. He's had his but you know what? He's got through those. He's a great man. He's a great father, and he will. And I think he will. They will win the game.
Will Mr. Rankin be there cheering the lads on, or will he be closeted? I don't mean that term. Will he be closeted away out of the public gaze?
He won't be. He won't be closeted away. And I like the way you use that word. Deliberately, I assume, but no, he will be there watching. He's back from overseas, so like I said, I think Adelaide. What are you showing me there?
Give that a mention too. The world. That's celebrating 20 years of all things.
Oh, okay.
Hurricane Katrina.
Rombo's just put in front of me Hurricane Katrina 20 years ago. We're in the middle of a footy conversation here, Rombo, and you're giving us Hurricane Katrina. But anyway,
Incidentally, Rombo, it was the 80th anniversary of dropping the bomb on Hiroshima. We haven't mentioned that either.
Oh, well, there you go.
80th.
Wasn't
The
it?
only, yeah, was
The
it?
year you were born, Sam.
That's absolutely correct, Rombo.
Who's the only country to use an atomic bomb?
Japan.
Well, America.
Correct. They stop everyone else from building them, and they're the only ones that drop them.
Well, they dropped two. They dropped 2 in as many weeks, didn't they?
Yes, I know. Well, anyway,
Where was the other one?
Anyway, let's get back to the footy.
Yeah. So then Geelong go up to Brisbane.
No, Geelong don't go up to Brisbane.
No, they don't.
Brisbane come down to
to the MCG. Yeah. Who wins that?
Okay, Sam. Now this is one of the more they're all difficult games to pick. I think Brisbane's best is still better than everyone else's. I think they've got some injuries. Geelong go in fully fit, but I'm tipping Brisbane.
Do you think the captain of the All-Australian side will kick some goals?
If he doesn't, they're in a little bit of trouble.
Surely they will work out how to stop that happening.
I think, yes. Well, they've got a good record against Jeremy the last time they played. So Brisbane beat Geelong in Geelong the last time they played. They've won the last 3. I just think Brisbane's best. I think they've flexed their muscle when they've had to this year against the better teams in big moments. They're back at the MCG where they won the grand final last year. I think they'll be up for the fight. It's going to be a ripping game, but I'm tipping the Lions in a close one.
When you say it'll be a ripping game, it'll probably be an ordinary game, but it'll be very exciting because it'll be close.
No, this one will be, I think, because you know what happens in finals, Sam? They simplify the game. So they do move the ball a little more quickly. They do get it in there.
Is there
with
any
a bit more speed.
chance the Gold Coast can go to the next level?
I don't think so. I think Freo have the team, and the fact that it's at home, I'm tipping Freo in that. In saying that, Gold Coast certainly have the talent to win it. They've got
they don't.
And Anderson, Rowell, these guys, King forward. They've got solid defence. They're strong all over the ground. I just think in front of 60,000 Fremantle supporters.
Doesn't matter.
60,000.
Doesn't matter how many people support you.
Well, it's like some people say it's the 19th man sometimes, Sam.
Oh, that's those who are the lame in the brain.
I tell you why it can be the 19th man, because the umpires can sometimes be swayed a little bit by the crowd.
Now you've got there's not a snowflake's chance in hell the Gold Coast will beat Freo, but you've got on to the unknown quantity. All these games will be dependent on how bad or how much worse the umpiring gets.
Well, I hope not. I hope they put the whistles away. They generally do during finals. I just think Freo...
They generally don't put it away during finals. They want to stamp their authority on the game before it starts. They look for free kicks so it doesn't get out of control. They have no justification for doing that. Stand back and manage the game. Stop trying to organise it.
Yeah, I tell you why else I think Freo. Freo came to Melbourne last week. They had to beat the Bulldogs, who were fighting for a finals position. Bulldogs were favourites at Marvel, and I tell you what, Fremantle destroyed them. Fremantle, and the scoreline flattered the Bulldogs in the end. Fremantle controlled that game. They won it. They won it well. They won their final spot. And on the flip side, Gold Coast faltered against Port Adelaide, who aren't that good a team. Then they flogged Seconds team that was fielded by Essendon. So they go in not such great form. Don't worry about that big win against Essendon. They got beaten by Port Adelaide.
Yes, well, you said it'll be a good game. I'm saying they haven't got a chance in hell of beating Fremantle.
5 days before. So on form, you have to go with Freo.
Yeah, and what's the other game?
The other, GWS and Hawthorn in Sydney. What's the stadium called now? It used to be called Giant Angie Stadium or something it's called, but
Homebush it used to be called, didn't it?
No, that Homebush, they haven't played there since ABBA last came to Australia. No, they haven't played there for a little while, Sam.
Where did it used to be called?
It's called Angie or something stadium, but I just call it Giant Stadium. I tell you, this is the one. Now, I know you're not across this, so I'll fill you in. The Giants have 5 first picked players to come into their team. So are they fully fit? So Jesse Hogan is one of them, and Josh Kelly they're the 2 main ones that are going to come back in. They can't bring all 5 back in, I don't think. They bring 2 or 3 of them back in. You can take a risk. It is a do or die. It's an elimination final. Massive. Hawthorn are in really good form. They go in. They don't have a guy by the name of Will Day, who's an important player to them. GWS have got some players out. This is a fascinating game. They've beaten Hawthorn up there the last 3 times they've played. I'm leaning towards GWS.
Are you, Duck? Well, look, we're saying, so you're going GWS, Fremantle, Brisbane and Crows.
Correct.
Yeah, we'll see how many of those you get right.
Okay, and who are you going for?
I'm going for Brisbane.
Yes. Brisbane against Geelong?
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Hopefully not, but that's what I'm doing.
Yes.
And the one,
Adelaide against Collingwood?
Yes. Adelaide.
And you're going Fremantle, so you've said already
Yes,
Fremantle will beat
Fremantle
Gold
and
Coast.
who was
GWS
the-
and Hawthorn.
Hawthorn.
Are you GWS or Hawthorn? Who are you going
Yes,
for?
Hawthorn.
Okay, see, we're going one different.
All right. Well, I should have gone them all different. So
I love how you potted it. Then you basically did the exact same thing.
that's right.
I love
Now,
it.
just quickly, we've got other sport to do, but I want to know how come, is it Mr. Cripps or Mr. Curnow? They've got 4 years left on their contract, but they're thinking of moving to Sydney or somewhere else. How can that happen?
Because contracts are not worth the paper they're written on.
Right. So why doesn't the top office, the president, we've said this before, come down and read the riot act to people who want to leave and break a contract?
Well, and this is it's a point that's made on a weekly basis that, unfortunately or unfortunately for certain clubs, when they sign these long-term deals, all of a sudden they're 2 years in, they've got 4 years to run, and they just go to the club and say, oh, you know what, I don't think I want to play here anymore. I want to go to another club, and it gets facilitated. And the clubs don't play. What's happened is the power. Once upon a time, and you'll appreciate this, the clubs had all of the power.
Yes.
Now the players and the player managers have all the power, and it's gone too far the other way. I think clubs have to be a bit more firm, and rather than just let players go and let them out of their contracts and say, oh yeah, okay, we'll let you go. I mean, it is, and what it does, it just takes up so much time and wasted conversations around, oh well, he's going to go, and all of these conversations. You know how many invariably end up leaving? A very small percentage.
Yes.
So it gets talked
Bit
about
of a
hell of
try
lot.
on.
And generally the managers, I think, are the ones that start the conversation with the media, and then the media then drive the rest of it, and then it just keeps going.
So you could try the reverse psychology of all this. You could say to anyone, not talking about those two Carlton boys, but anyone who wants to break a contract, say, no, you're going to play here and you're going to stick out your contract. And they say, oh, we won't try. Oh, we'll look as though we're not trying. They say, well, don't you try. We'll play you in the VFL and you can see the rest of your 4 years out playing in the VFL. See how that goes. We'll pay you because we've got a contract. We'll honour it, but that'll be the end of your career.
Yeah, I don't think that's not a win for
No, it's
party,
not a win. Of course, it's not.
No, but it's not a win for either party. I just think that if you sign a long-term deal, you get the security of that long-term deal. You can't just halfway through it say, "Oh, I'm open to a trade." You've got to, you know what, stick through, and clubs have to make players stick to their contract and play through it, unless the club then, if it is a mutual decision, and they say, well, we can get a good pick for you, then that's a different story. But I think you'll find a lot of these conversations, as I said before, don't invariably happen anyway.
Did you ever meet Joe Bugner? He's dead.
I saw that on the news yesterday. Big Aussie Joe, as they called him.
Born in England.
Yes, I know. We called him Aussie Joe, and
Of course, we claimed him when he fought Muhammad Ali twice.
Correct. He walked around like he was Crocodile Dundee, and
and you've met another world heavyweight champion.
I have. I've met the great Iron Mike Tyson. But Joe Buck, what he was known for, Sam, was his 2 fights against the great Muhammad Ali.
Yep.
That's what he was known for, and fought very well in those fights, which is why he was.
Why we claimed him. Had he got slaughtered, we wouldn't have even known him.
Exactly right. It's a bit like any Kiwi. It's a bit
How
like
did you meet
Crowe.
Joe Frazier?
A bit like Russell Crowe.
How did you meet Iron Mike?
I was walking through the Wynn Casino in Vegas.
Oh no!
And I was on a heater. And what I mean is on a
Is that
heater
a form of drug?
No.
What is a heater?
I was on a heater. I was on fire on the blackjack table. By the way, gamble responsibly. But I was on a heat. I was flying, and and I heard this duck.
No.
And, anyway, so I dived under the table, and when
You're making this up. Yeah.
no, I'm not making this up.
What?
And it was the great,
Iron Mike recognised you.
no, it wasn't him saying duck. It was the great 4-time world champion Jeff Fennick,
Oh, yep.
who was with Iron Mike, and they were walking through the casino, and he saw me, and I turned around, and as happy as I was to see Jeff, I was even happier to see the great Iron Mike standing next to him. And standing to the other side of Iron Mike was another great Australian, Mark Philippoussis.
Yes. The poo.
Probably didn't reach the heights that he should have, but he's a great man. So you had Jeff Fennick, Iron Mike, and Flipper,
And the poo.
and Flipper. And you reckon I didn't take my eyes off Iron Mike? I did.
Did he have all the tattoos over his face at that stage?
Yes, he had. I must say he'd had a couple. Iron Mike, which, by the way, so had I. I was I'd been sitting at the table for about 8 hours. So we went to a cafe, and I've never done this before, Sam. I've never done this to any celebrity that I've ever met. I've met a few over the years, and I've never ever asked for a photo,
A selfie.
or an autograph or anything of anyone I've met, and I've met a lot. And I won't go through them all. I sat at this cafe. People were coming up to him. He was very polite to everyone. He was saying g'day, and Jeff then got in his ear and started telling him about my career, and I could sort of overhear what he's saying, and I'm saying to myself, "Keep going, Jeff.
Yeah, that's right.
Keep going." I obviously wanted Mike to, like me.
Understand who you were speaking to.
So I sat there just staring at him like a starry-eyed 10-year-old. And in the end, they asked me to go. You'll get a laugh out of this too. They said, "We're off to Spearmint Rhino." And I don't know whether you would know what Spearmint Rhino was. I said, "Look, I'm not going to follow you to Spearmint Rhino," but I built up the courage to say, "Mike, do you mind if I get a photo with you?" And I got a photo with him, and it was just amazing to understand that this guy, I think, is the second best heavyweight ever to pull on a glove. That's my opinion. I think Ali's the best. I think Tyson's the second best heavyweight of all time. And I stood next to him and I towered over him. So when he fought guys like Lennox Lewis and all of these guys, I mean, they were he's not a tall man.
Did he beat Lennox Lewis?
No, he didn't, but he was finished by then.
Yeah, no, I wasn't being flippant. Because Lennox Lewis was a fair fighter.
Yes,
and good. I mean,
it would have been. But if you take one at their peak,
yes, that's right.
Take Tyson at his peak, and I think he beats everyone, except for Ali. I just love Ali. But
so we all love that. So he went to jail, Mike, because he upended Robin Givens.
So he obviously wasn't. He was walking through Wynn Casino, Sam. So he was out.
No, that was a long time ago. He went to jail.
He's since been. Isn't it funny? He obviously got convicted of a pretty serious mistake. He's now been in movies. He was in all the Hangover movies.
Mind you, I reckon Robin Givens set him up.
Yeah. Well, he's one of the great. He's one of the great people that I've.
Now I've got a job.
Celebrity I've met.
I've got a job for Tess. Are you still in communication with her?
I spoke to Tess.
Don't tell me the partnership has broken up.
No, I spoke to Tess last week, and I'm speaking to her again tomorrow morning.
Well, tell her that you've got a job for her as a bloke.
Tess is going away. She's been chosen to go away and do some sort of sit with some guru on the other side of the world because of her teachings. And so she'll be away for 3 weeks. So I'm squeezing in another session tomorrow.
Well, see if she can squeeze in Reece Walsh. Reece Walsh from the Brisbane Broncos.
He's a superstar fullback.
he was caught drinking water out of his toilet.
Sam,
And it
Sam,
went
put-
viral, and they said,
Yes.
well, it wasn't even connected to it. It was
Very-
just
correct. Very good-looking man, by the way. Superstar rugby player. He's our,
And-
you know what? He's the rugby league version of Bailey Smith. He's got that flair, that charisma. The toilet wasn't connected; it was
No.
fresh water, and he was
Yes.
having a joke, and he was drinking out of the toilet.
He was. And he
Yes.
and he also punched a bloke on TikTok, a teammate in the face for TikTok, punched him. So they said his manager is the bloody Max Marks, and he said he needs to have a bit of therapy. I thought Tess could actually see if they can get him back on track.
Let's not overblow the drinking the toilet water. because
Oh
that was
no, the media went berserk on it.
That was
They
a
said
gag.
how disgraceful.
that was a joke.
It was.
And what the bloke he clipped on TikTok, was he being a flog or what? Why did he clip
No,
him?
they were doing that silly thing where you punch someone and see how hard you can hit someone without them flinching. Or so this bloke.
So it was
stuck
a
his-
friend. So it was a friend.
It was a teammate.
Oh, well, what's
He fucking-
everyone up in arms for?
Well, because it was a pretty aggressive punch and it knocked the bloke down, almost knocked him out. I think he went
well,
just.
if-
All I was going to say is I think
it's a stupid game, but
Reese should get off. I think Reese has been dabbling in the analgesics. I think maybe he
two
could
friends,
just-
hey, it's between two friends. Stupid game. You don't want to be punching one another in the head, but if it's your mate and you say punch me in the head, then why is everyone up in arms about it?
Oh,
You know,
no,
it's just
because-
something
oh,
else to
because-
get angry about.
because the politically correct said, "Oh, it's a bad thing to punch someone in the head." Unlike, have you ever watched the UFC lately? How does that allowed to go on?
Well,
The
it's-
cage
it-
fighting.
Yeah, I like the UFC.
Oh, I love it. I love to see people getting slaughtered, punched to the shit house.
They're
as long as
kidding.
I'm not in it.
They're trained professionals, Sam.
Have you heard of Molly Picklum? Molly
What?
Picklum.
Molly, I know Molly Meldrum.
Well, I don't think they're the
Actually,
same.
can I tell you a quick?
They
Funny
might be
story
the
about-
same gender.
No, can I tell you a quick funny story about Molly Meldrum?
Right.
After we lost the grand final in 1998, we're obviously very despondent and very down. And I ran into Molly at one of the bars we're at after losing the grand final, and I dragged him around for 3 days with me to all the different bars. And every bar we went into, people were saying, "Why have you got Molly Meldrum? Why are you dragging Molly Meldrum around?"
Well, you see, they could have assumed you've come
No,
out.
it was. He's a good man, Molly. I
He
like
is a
Molly.
very good man.
Yes.
A very
anyway,
good
what about-
person.
Who's this other Molly you're talking?
Molly Picklum won the surfing contest. She's become the world champion. She won it this morning or yesterday. And so she is, we have an Australian world champion, and she was a scholarship winner for the Sport Australia Hall of Fame, which is, so it just shows you that the people they pick went on to become famous. She just won. It's pretty to be the world's best surfer woman, and so that's Molly. And the SAHOF is South Sports Australia Hall of Fame. That's an acronym, just like AWFL is. AWFL is an acronym. That's why
AWFL is, but not AFLW.
No, but that's why we call it AWFL, because you can say it. You can
No,
say
you call
SAHOF.
you call it awful because you're being facetious.
Oh, no, because I can say it. People know. I went to the AWFL the other day and they
Yes,
say,
I know.
what
I
is
know,
that?
but-
You've got to pronounce
Yeah,
the whole thing.
yes,
But if
I
you
know,
say
I know.
SAHOF, Sport Australia Hall of Fame, it's easier. It's quicker.
Well done to Molly. I didn't know that. We've had some great surfing champions over our time. So
we have.
we have a lot.
Now,
lot.
did you know? Here's another thing. I'm just testing you here. Did you
Yes.
know that the supercars, the used to be Holden and Ford, they're now
Yes.
getting Toyota going to join the pack, join the supercars next year. It's Toyota.
won't-
They're going to
Toyota.
race Supras.
Well, you won't beat Ford because Ford Colac. You go get down to Ford Colac, by the way, if you need a car. No,
Yeah,
Simon
hi.
down there. Simon will look after you at Ford Colac if you need any type of car.
Yeah, that'd be good to buy a car down at. It'd be good to buy a car down at Colac because you could go and get it, and then you'd have to drive for 3 hours to get it serviced and stay there, and then drive it back.
It's actually, you know what? It's actually quite a nice drive down there. Dual highway all the way.
Yes, I know. I live down
Beautiful.
there.
It's only just past your part of the land. You probably sold hair products in Colac.
I did indeed. We sold plenty of them.
I reckon you would have. They
So,
would
so
have had two
Chaz,
hairdressers. They would have had two hairdressers, and you would have been down there frequently. I reckon.
I have plenty. It's a big place, Colac. John Devine came from Colac.
Oh, the great
Now,
Geelong coach.
no, the great Geelong player.
He was a coach, though, too, wasn't he?
He wasn't a great coach, but he was a coach.
Oh, oh, you're trying to give the bloke a rap, and you.
No, he wasn't. He was a shocking coach, but he was a very nice man and a great player.
Did he go, was he after you? Was he after you? He was.
Yes.
Yes, he did coach.
No,
you.
he didn't coach me. He came after, I think, Bill Goggins.
So Bobby was your coach.
Bobby. Well, I played under 6 coaches.
Yeah, but Bobby was he the main?
Yeah, he was the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mate.
Bobby Davis.
Bobby, yes.
So now, here's the thing. Have you ever? This is the world we're living in, Duck. This is not sport. This is the Generation Z. The Gen Z people are now getting anxiety. Wait for this. Out of having to fill their cars up at self-service stations. Well, every petrol station self-service, and they are having classes and getting rehab and getting because they can't fill their car up out of. They did a survey and they're getting anxiety about having to get out and take the nozzle out of the pump and put it in the side of the car. They say they're not sure how to do it, and it's embarrassing if people are watching them. This is the world we're living in, Duck.
That is unbelievable. I'd understand if they got a flat tyre and they had to get out and change a flat tyre, but to fill your car up, you're kidding me.
They're going to there's a study done on it. We talk about the world we live in just disintegrating. I mean, the AFL almost lead the world.
It is a little bit. If you don't know whether there are the cars do have the tank in different positions these days, so you've got to know what side the tank's on and whether you've got to open it or whether the car's off.
Do you know how you know what side of the tank is on?
Because it tells you on your screen. It has a little.
How
arrow.
does it tell you?
It's got a little arrow.
That's correct. So if you see the motif that says petrol tank or petrol Bowser, and then there's an arrow pointing out to the left, means that it's on the left, the tank.
Right. And you know what? I've got a confession to make. I only learnt that a couple of weeks ago from Jess. Not Tess, Jess. I said, I might have been in the Ford. And,
the Ford Ranger from Colac.
Yeah, Colac. Yeah, and he said, and I said, what side's the petrol tank? And she said, well, just have a look at the, just have a look at the screen, stupid, the picture.
Would the man who gave you the Ford Ranger from Colac like to come to the grand final morning?
Yes, I'm going to speak to Simon.
Well, he wants to hurry because we're nearly out.
I know. I'm going to speak to Simon today. Yes.
All right. Well, I don't think I can. So I've asked you a whole lot of questions about sport.
We've covered. We've you know what? We've covered a lot, and I just want to give you an award today. I want to give you an award. Now we're closing off, but this is, I think, the first time, and in our first episode there was a snippet, but I brought it up. The Welcome to Country, but it was me that brought it up, and I just spent just a quick snippet on it. I want to give you an award today as most improved for not bringing up Welcome to Country and not bringing up Donald Trump. So there's your first award for the year.
All right, Duck. Well, I won't. The last thing I was going to say had something to do with. We'll quit while we're ahead on the fact I hate to have the award taken off me. Anyhow, my
Now-
friend, so
Next time we do this,
we'll be in the studio.
I'll be sitting in front of you, and I want you to walk up to me and give me a big hug, shake my hand. I hope the ankle's good, Sue. You haven't got far. Oh, by the way, where are you right at the minute?
Here's Sue here.
Yeah, Sue, where are you?
We're at Wang Garata.
Oh, you're at Wangaratta.
Yes, we're on the way back.
Great part of the world, Wangaratta.
We actually went through Wagga Wagga to get here.
You went through Wagga Wagga.
Yeah, we did.
You didn't stop.
No, because we had to be here at a certain time, but we went through on the route that we took.
Yeah, well, it's a pretty big town, Wagga Wagga. You would have passed about 18 pubs.
Yeah, I didn't notice a statue of you in the main street, but I'm sure they'll get round to it.
Oh, actually, just quickly, we've got to finish. There was a big story here in Melbourne. They're talking about the Dan Andrews statue. And there was a big story last week on the news, Sam. I don't know whether you saw it. I can't wait for that to be put up and for you to go down there with your saw.
Is it going up?
I don't know. I caught the end of the story and I thought, geez, I hope Sam's across this.
He's over in China, greasing up to the Chinese over there. For what reason, I don't know. Because his government was that corrupt, they probably borrowed all the money from China, and now he's working out, or their government is, how they can not pay it back.
Well, I can't wait for his statue to go up and for you to go down there and do what people have done to poor Captain Cook.
That's right. Exactly. Have they ever found the people who cut their Captain Cooks? They've never found that.
All
and
right.
tell me this. Why can our Indigenous friends camp up in the botanical gardens forever and a day?
So are you through Wangaratta or you're in Wangaratta?
We're in Wang.
The one sad thing, and it's a great thing if you're on the road like you guys are, but because I used to drive home to Wagga a lot, obviously. When I was younger, I'd be going back and forth for Christmas and all sorts of things.
Pity you didn't get the Ford from Colac.
Well, once upon a time, you had to go through places like Wangaratta, and you got to see how beautiful these little towns were. You now bypass them because of the highway. But I would encourage people that when they are going on a road trip like you, to go through those towns if you've got.
We did that. We went through Holbrook and saw the submarine. We'd been to Beechworth and saw Ned Kelly's courthouse.
Did you pop into the jail at Beechworth?
We did.
You did?
I stood in the very cell Ned was in.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
there
it's
you go.
exciting.
Did you go through Gundagai? Did you see the dog on the tucker box?
Well, we haven't got to Gundagai yet, but we're going.
You passed Gundagai.
Oh, we passed it, we said. Oh,
Gundagai's back the other way.
We've seen the dog on the tucker box.
By the way, you're about to go through Glen Rowan, and that's Ned Kelly's last stand.
I know that, Duck.
Yes.
Duck, very nice to see you. We're signing off.
All right. See you.
Thank you, my man.
Thank you. Hooroo.